My name is Andrea Etter. I'm born in Switzerland. I'm in Ireland since 1992. I started off as a person wanting to be a successful show jumper, and when I came to Ireland I discovered a passion for breeding. I'm a breeder and a producer of sport horses, mainly show jumpers, also a few eventers. This year we have 2 horses qualified at the Warrington Equestrian Centre, a place that was lucky for us so far. It's a homebred filly called First Class B. She was bred here on the farm. She's in joint ownership and also bred between my partner Seamus and myself. It's Seamus's first time to have a horse in Dublin. One of the first horses he bred and qualified for Dublin. So nice for him to have in Dublin. The mare is by Livello that stands here at stud, and that's 5th generation of our own breeding. So she's out of an Eurythmics mare that we have here called Ventura Queen, and that goes back to Burberry B, a mare we bred, and then it goes back to Rhapsody, a mare that won a lot of classes with Christina Leiper, and back to an Irish mare where it all started called Penny Prowler. She's by Pennystone Middle Temple, nice thoroughbred breeding. So it's 5 generations of Belmont breeding. And the other day I was interested on how many horses in the pedigree were actually owned by us or stood here. So in her breeding there is 10 horses that were either standing here or in the Swiss yard that she's connected to. The 3-year-old is called First Class B, and her mother is called Ventura Queen B. And she has a fall-up foot this year by Collar van Roosacker that we are quite excited about. Hopefully it's one for Dublin in 3 years' time. Mr. Dreamtime B won the fall championships in Ballinasloe 3 years ago. He's by Mr. Quincy B, so he's by a homebred stallion, and he's out of Layla B. Layla B again is homebred. Layla now has a fall at foot by Livello. Layla B is a broodmare that breeds a jumper every time. She has bred a horse that won the 3-year-old final in the loose jumping in Mullingar a few years ago. She's the mother of Serenade B that is successful at 155-star level in America, and also the mother of Night Shift B, an eventer at 3-star level. And we have one of her daughters in our competition program at the moment, a mare by Ganesh. She will be the mother of the 3-year-old that was reserved for Dublin this year. Our thinking with the loose jumping is, first of all, we don't always have riders here that are at a level that they could successfully show a horse in the ridden classes, and at the same time we like to have a horse or 2 in Dublin if we manage. Also, I think it's great education if you do it right. So our horses would be a bit different than other horses, I guess. They would be more natural. We would take them in. Lately we took them in maybe a week before there is an event, a loose jumping event at the Mayo Breeders. And we take them in a week before that. We do that just to see how they're going and for a bit of mileage. And also it would kind of force us to actually do something with them, because otherwise you put all the attention on the older horses, and ideally I'd like to get the 3-year-olds broken at 3. And when you're doing the loose jumping, you have to start handling them. And if they are in, you can start to break them and sometimes either cover them at the same time or take an embryo at the same time. So it kind of puts us into the mood of working with the 3-year-olds. It's good education for them. It makes their life easier afterwards. If they've been in Dublin, they've seen it all. They gives them so much mileage. It's a great experience, I think, if it's done in a natural way. Last year we won the 3-year-olds for the first time. It's been a long time coming. We were second a good few times. We won with a mare called Eurythmics B, a homebred mare. She's out of a mare called Cordoba that was in my dad's yard for several years. She was campaigned by the stable rider of my dad, and also with my nephew Jeremy, and we have her in joint ownership together, the mare. So the 3-year-old is in both our ownership, and it was actually Jeremy's first year to come to Dublin, and his mare was jumping, and then to win the 3-year-olds was extra special with my nephew being there, who used to ride the mother and who owns half the share. That was very nice. The fact that she's by Mr. Quincy B, a homebred stallion as well, makes it extra special. Mr. Quincy B is by Ganesh du Seigneur and out of Lucy in the Sky B. So his mother is homebred as well. And then her mother is Wandonga. Wandonga would have been successful at Nations Cup level with Daniel, my brother Daniel, and with Cameron Handley. Mr. Quincy B's, he's now jumping 155s, 5-star international level. He was in Dublin as a 3-year-old as well, and as a 4-year-old before then going to Belgium to jump during COVID. He went to Belgium to jump at international young horse level. He's a full brother to Mr. Lincoln B, who was in Dublin as well. As a 3-year-old, there was one year I had 3 stallions out of 10 horses. 3 came from Belmont. 3 3-year-old stallions in one big lorry was a bit scary, but so one was by Stetter out of Classic. Classic is still with us. She's 29 now. Jumped international with our friend Claudia Giesler. And progeny is with Claudia in Switzerland, is jumping at amateur international level. And then Mr. Lincoln, the full brother to Quincy, he jumped at 160 level with Christian Allman. Was then sold to Australia. And there is Mr. McKinley as well, another full brother. He's jumping in my brother Daniel's yard in Switzerland. He's jumping at 140 level now. And there is a few younger ones from that family as well. Eurythmics B, I always really liked her since she was a foal, and sometimes with the very special young mares we try and have a foal before they are competing. So I decided, actually just before she went to Dublin, I think, we covered her a few days before Dublin, and with our stallion Color van Rossacker that we have here at the farm. My brother wasn't so happy because he's more about sport than breeding, and but I was hoping to keep the line. I know how special she is, and she has a beautiful filly now by Color that we are very happy, and maybe we'll do 1 or 2 embryo transfers with her to try and keep the line, because she's already broken and she'll be going into sport soon. We sometimes even ride mares that have foals at foot, where we would put 2 or 3 foals into a stable together, like they used to do with the workhorses a long time ago. and we would separate them maybe 2 minutes the first day and 5 minutes the next day, and we would ride the mares, and then they go back to their foals. So they kind of don't lose that much time by having a foal, and it gives them time to grow up. I think Dublin is a challenge for a lot of horses. First of all, the atmosphere, there is so much happening, and there is ponies, and there is show jumpers and showing horses. It's a fantastic event, but it's a lot to deal with for a young horse. And I think in the 3-year-olds, you can have great hopes of your horse doing well, but your best horse can turn out to be the worst in Dublin, and the other way around. The setup is so different. So in a qualifier, we would jump indoor along a wall, and if we jump them at home, it's the same. It's always indoor, and it's always along a wall. And in Dublin, they are in a wide open space in a cage with people around them everywhere and a lot of noise, and some horses handle that better than others. And you don't know in advance, like some can learn to deal with all that and some find it hard. For instance, I think that was one of the strong points of Celtic. If he seen a crowd, he grew 10 centimeters, and he was like, he loved the crowd, and he always performed best when there is a crowd. And then others find it intimidating, and they find it difficult to deal with. So you never know. You could go to Dublin with great hopes and it doesn't happen, and the other way around.